A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a shocking development, the Trump administration is reportedly preparing to transport a group of immigrants to Libya aboard a U.S. military plane. This initiative represents a significant escalation in the administration's deportation efforts, which have already ignited widespread legal challenges and heated political debates across the nation. According to sources, the flight could potentially depart as early as Wednesday, although the specific nationalities of the migrants involved remain unclear. Libya, a country currently embroiled in severe conflict, has become infamous for its migrant detention centers, which human rights organizations have described as horrific and deplorable. These centers have been criticized for their inhumane conditions, with reports of physical mistreatment, torture, and even forced labor. The situation for migrants in Libya is dire, as many are subjected to violence and exploitation while seeking refuge or a better life in Europe. The Trump administration's decision to send migrants to Libya appears to be part of a broader strategy aimed at deterring future migration to the United States. By signaling that individuals who enter the U.S. unlawfully could be deported to countries with such difficult living conditions, the administration hopes to discourage others from attempting to cross the border. However, this plan has already faced significant backlash from human rights advocates and legal experts. The State Department has consistently warned against travel to Libya, citing risks including crime, terrorism, civil unrest, and armed conflict. The country has been plagued by instability since the 2011 overthrow of its longtime dictator, Muammar Gaddafi, leading to a fragmented political landscape where rival factions vie for control. The U.S. maintains formal relations with the UN-recognized government in Tripoli, but the eastern part of Libya is controlled by the warlord Khalifa Haftar, who has had a controversial relationship with the Trump administration in the past. Critics of the deportation plan argue that it is not only inhumane but also fundamentally flawed. They point out that Libya's detention facilities lack basic human rights protections, leaving migrants without access to legal representation or due process. Frederick Wary, a Libya expert at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, emphasized the dangers of such a move, stating, "I have been in those migrant prisons, and it's no place for migrants. It's just a horrific place to dump any vulnerable person." Additionally, the administration's previous attempts to deport migrants to El Salvador, where they were placed in a prison designated for terrorists, have drawn criticism and legal challenges. As the Trump administration navigates this complex issue, it faces mounting pressure from advocacy groups and lawmakers who are calling for a reevaluation of its immigration policies. The implications of this plan extend beyond the immediate concerns for the deportees. They raise fundamental questions about the U.S. government's responsibility toward migrants and the ethical considerations of sending individuals to countries with known human rights abuses. As the situation develops, it is clear that this controversial deportation strategy will continue to be a focal point of debate and scrutiny in the coming days and weeks. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.